When did growing up start feeling like a race? You wake up one day and suddenly you're expected to have your entire life mapped out.
Between school, sports, jobs, responsibilities, and college expectations, it feels like being a teenager today is basically a full-time job.
So today, we're talking about why teens are growing up faster than ever and why that actually matters.
I'm Alyssa Mas,
And my name's Ryan Cruz.
and welcome to
The Current Podcast.
Let's be real. A lot of us are juggling more than people realize. School alone is already very intense, and that's before adding anything else.
And it's not just us. A study done in 2023 found that nearly 70% of teens deal with academic stress on a regular basis, which makes sense when you think about everything else we're expected to do.
But then you throw in sports, clubs, jobs, and trying to plan the future on top, and suddenly it's like your childhood gets pushed to the side.
Exactly. And we wanted to talk to someone who represents what a lot of teens are going through. This is our friend Lucas.
Hey everybody.
He's a varsity lacrosse player,
Chipotle employee,
AP student.
and someone who's basically doing 3 adult schedules at the same time.
So Lucas, walk us through what a normal week looks like for you.
So my normal week, I have school from 7:20 to 2:20, and then right after I'll have lacrosse practice from 2:30 to 5:30.
Wow.
I'll leave lacrosse and then I'll go to Chipotle to do my job from 6 to 10, and then on my way home, I will listen to some music and just get ready, get my mind in the right mindset and in the flow state to, do my homework for my tough APs and my hard classes this year.
What do you do for fun?
After my homework, if I get done early enough, I'll hop on the call with my friends or, I'll hop on the game and just wind down like that.
Okay, cool. So obviously you have a lot on your plate, Lucas. You have practices, games, shifts at work, homework. Do you ever feel like you're living more like an adult than a teenager?
Yes, definitely. Having a bunch of responsibility has affected my social life, and it's been hard to balance so many things on my plate and so many responsibilities that I wasn't used to having. But I also feel like having a packed schedule and so many responsibilities is something that's becoming more and more normal for people my age.
Right.
So what part feels the most overwhelming? School, sports, or work? Because you said you work at Chipotle, right?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I feel like them as individuals are not so stressful, but when you bind them together and you have to do all three things at the same time and more, so many responsibilities can pile up on you and it becomes challenging.
That's where the stress comes from.
That's where the stress comes.
Do you ever feel like maybe you're missing out on stuff like being a kid, hanging out, having downtime, things like that?
I definitely do. I used to play guitar a lot, and it was something that I really enjoyed and something that just got me through the day and helped me, wind down. I also was looking forward to starting my photography business. It was something that I was really passionate about, and it's something that, because of responsibilities and things that I had to do, I now don't get to do it. So there are things I definitely miss out on, but yeah, I think it's just all necessary in order for me to build the future that I want. Yeah.
Hearing you talk about that actually brings up another point that students and just teens our age feel a sense of pressure when it comes to like filling up their schedule and college applications. You're really trying to build yourself and set yourself up for success at such an early age. And I just see that everywhere, and it's just a little crazy to me. So Lucas, my last question for you is, if you could slow down one part of your life, what part would it be?
Obviously slowing down this part of my life is what I'd choose to do, solely for the fact that I'm realizing how important it is to, embrace your childhood. And that pressure that you were talking about is exactly what made me want to grow up from such a young age, being prepared for the future and having a good basis for my future. But yeah, now that I am the age of, of adulthood, I wish to cherish my childhood a little more.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people agree with that.
Thank you so much, Lucas, for coming on our podcast. Is there anything else you want to leave with the listeners?
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on the podcast. And just, make sure you appreciate your childhood and, don't rush into going into adulthood. And, yeah, have fun.
Hearing Lucas talk about all of that, it shows how normal it's become for teens to have these really intense schedules, not because we want to, because we feel like we have to.
And we see this everywhere. Teens are working jobs, taking AP classes, doing sports, and joining all those extracurricular clubs, just trying to keep up. It's like the expectation to be productive starts earlier every single year.
And when you add college pressure into the mix, it feels nonstop. There's barely any time to slow down or just enjoy being young.
And that's a great point, Alyssa, because I feel like that's the part people forget most. It's not just about doing more, it's about losing the chance just to be a teenager.
Overall, growing up too fast might look impressive, but it comes with serious trade-offs: burnout, stress, missing out on just like normal moments.
A Pew study even found that over 60% of teenagers feel intense pressure just to get good grades. And that's only one area of stress, which is crazy when you think about everything else going on.
And we're not saying don't work hard. We're saying it's okay to just slow down. It's okay to breathe. You don't have to be ahead of everyone just to be great.
Childhood isn't something you get back. These years do matter.
A special thanks to the audience for tuning in.
My name is Ryan Cruz.
And I'm Alyssa Mas.
And we'll see you next time on
The Current Podcast.